very warm good evening, Namibia, and welcome to the Evening Review Show. I'm Matthias Ofiku, news editor of the Namibian Sun newspaper. Well, it's another exciting edition. It's a chilly winter evening. But of course, the topical matter that's been keeping the nation warm the past few days has been the ruling of the Supreme Court last week regarding the recognition of same-sex marriages from those from outside. And for that, we have in studio tonight a member of the ruling Swapo party, a veteran for that matter, former MP also, former lawmaker, Mr. Helmut Angula. Welcome, sir. It's good to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you very much, Matthias. I can say now Tatemweno, because I know you have daughters somewhere, and sooner they are in problem because there are no men left. So they can as well get engaged with the old people now.
Yeah. Well, you just had to throw a punch so early in the show. Well, let's get right into the business that brought us here tonight. Of course, there's been different views harbored on this Supreme Court ruling, and we always call ourselves a nation that works by the rule of law. What was your initial reaction when this ruling made it onto the public arena?
Yeah, outrageous. In the sense that from the word go, very many people of different background did not accept that, did not expect for such kind of ruling to come by, considering the fact that the same-sex marriage is not allowed by our law here. And suddenly people found a loophole by coming through the back door, having gone somewhere or being born somewhere or being raised somewhere, and just started to ask the immigration rights as a conduit to come and glorify such kind of relationship in our country.
Yeah. Well, your party has over the years strongly condemned and rejected same-sex marriages, gayism, lesbianism in the country. What message does this send to the very same people that you and your colleagues used to preach to all the years?
Yes, it's disappointment, slap in the face of Swapo leadership, slap in the face of the ordinary masses, of our cultural and our religious people who have entrusted those in position to rule fairly and be governed by the directions of democracy, which not by our interpretation in the country, but by interpretation of those who founded democracy, a rule of the people and by the people.
Yeah.
And the people today are very angry that the very people they put in trust position, they turn around and they betrayed this trust.
Yeah. Isn't that what representative democracy is all about?
No, it's not all about, because it has never been an agenda of election. So you test democracy by bringing the agenda on the election platform. And then if you win, you can say, yes, the majority won, therefore that's the will of the people. In this case, the electorate didn't have a say.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you, on one of the WhatsApp group that's actually opposing this move, of which you are a member of, one of your calls was that members of parliament should be approached so they can pronounce themselves publicly as to where they stand on this issue. What is your expectation? What should that achieve?
Yeah, my expectation at present moment is that the petition that's ongoing should be steamrolled, should be speeded up to reach at least a meaningful size of the voice of the people. And with that, through the mechanism that exists, legal mechanism that exists, the population can call on then the referendum. Yes, since the referendum and the supervisor of any election go through the executive and parliament, it's very important that we know who are going to supervise these elections and who are going to make the rules and regulations for these elections. So that you don't give the wolf to look after the sheep. In that way, therefore, it's very important that the political parties seek out the members or pronounce themselves at party level, at all party levels, where they stand on this. I know it's not easy. It's a serious challenge for party member to challenge other party members on the issue, considering the situation of today. But yes, we can help them as the people with no elected positions by saying, look, all what we are sending you is a petition to pronounce yourself as a member of parliament representing us. Tell us where you stand on this issue. So is to compel the leadership of the parliament to issue such, and we know also they will not do so, to issue such a statement that all party members should require their members to state where they stand on this platform. We will see now in each political party who will not toe the line. And we will know now that, so how many representatives are worth representing Namibia in parliament. And they will say, okay, the people will judge. But if the majority of them are against, then let them work out the procedure for the memorandum to be followed.
So in your view, it should be a motion in parliament?
Yes. Yes. But we know it will be difficult perhaps to achieve who will initiate it. But I'm sure there are many members of parliament there who are outrageous to do this decision.
We'll just go for a short break and we'll continue after this.
Welcome to What's Cooking, where culinary passion meets expert insights.
Somebody must really want to cook and want to cook good food.
Immerse yourself in the bustling world of professional kitchens as top chefs create mouth-watering dishes. Join us for in-depth interviews as our host explores the experiences and expertise of our guest chefs. Don't miss out. Tune in to What's Cooking on NTV every Friday at 2100 hours and let the culinary adventure begin.
We are so excited to be kickstarting your morning with the entertainment. Everything was happening during this past weekend. Exciting news.
Wow, no, she was killing it already.
In my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with him serving the full term.
As well as keeping you informed on the issues that you need to know happening in and around our country.
Good evening and welcome to Sunset News.
Dutch stays in list A in his speech, rate in taxes, and how much.
After the break, we take a look at the sports.
We bring you
economic indicators, tomorrow's weather, and sports. I am Aina Raiza Kweyong.
Well, we're back from the short break. Mr. Angula, let's continue the conversation. Just before we went to the break, you said there is a need for a motion to be tabled in Parliament just to see where the lawmakers stand on this issue. I want to ask you now, what if someone argues that why is this position of the members important for the public discourse that we are currently having? How would that impact how they execute their mandates?
Yeah, because the long-term strategy is to make sure that the Constitution is amended to close the loopholes, to prevent any future immigrant from coming to qualify their outside marriage here. So currently, of course, it's a Namibian not allowed to marry another Namibian of the same sex. So you as a Namibian, you'll be prohibited. But mind you, this is just interim. What the planners of this game are doing is this now selective will be not be compatible with the law of Namibia, because somebody will just come up tomorrow, a lawyer, anybody say, no, you can't have a law for immigrant and another law for Namibians. It will have to be universal. So therefore, that bearing itself in the constitution will also be declared unconstitutional. To prevent that happen now, you must now entrench it in the law. But to entrench it, you must now know who is representing you in parliament. Otherwise, you may not achieve a majority two-thirds because money will be flushed around here. Like in some cases which we cannot, it's not the subject of today, money flushed around to buy people. And you find that actually people in parliament can vote against the referendum. So to cut that is to say, yes, if you don't call a referendum, you want to know your political stand, where do you stand? So every political party is free now to make it an agenda of its program of manifesto. So, okay, if we see now who you are and you are not bringing this, the people can have now the last say. Because they are not there permanently.
Definitely. So this is a legal matter and laws emanate from parliament. Is it safe to say that lawmakers over the years, you included, are guilty for what's happening today?
No, a lawmaker cannot be guilty because he never saw that a tactic like that could be used because the constitution ruled out. And we were not going to make laws binding jurisdiction outside our jurisdiction. So within our legal framework, the law does not allow.
So you feel it's solid enough?
Yes. So, but now we must change it so that we don't accept any legalization of any provision by any state agency without being approved in parliament first. So that pronouncement, that judgment should have come first to referendum or to parliament. Because you say it is done in another country. Any agreement outside of Namibia to be localized, to be made a local law provision, parliament must approve it. Now this one through mechanism, tactical mechanism, which is not in the control of parliamentarians. Yes. So
what if people argue that this is the legislature trying to interfere in the work of the judiciary?
No, legislators are elected by the people. The people are sovereign. Yes. So anyone here in Namibia, you can make your decision, but if the people decide to say no, it's no. Yes. So the parliamentarians or the sovereign people will make a pronouncement. If they say it's okay, fine. Well, what else can we do? But we are saying it must be tested. Is it the will of the people? But to our best knowledge, culturally, no cultural group can ever come out and say that they are from homosexual. I bet you. Yes.
Well, the world has changed.
Yes, changed, but those who are changed faster are not the regional, are not the traditional authority. Neither are they the church. Yes. So if somebody say, okay, my 90% of Namibians are Christians and what not. So it is. And they, Christians, they are of course dissenters in any situation, church or tradition. They will be dissent. But does dissent now become the legitimate voice to represent the country? No.
So in your view, there's been so many court decisions over the years that really evoke the emotions of the public. Why is this one so intense this time around?
This one is touching the basics, the fundament of a being a Namibian. It is, as I say, not acceptable in traditional society. It's not acceptable in religious society is not accepted by revolutionary societies.
Okay.
Yeah.
There has always been this view that all Namibians are equal before the law.
Correct.
And it's been an argument that's been advanced the past few days since the court ruling, where some feel that if everyone is equal, why shouldn't sexual orientation be part of that equality that's being preached?
Yes, equality before means equality, but the laws are there. Yes, if you go smoke dagga, it doesn't mean that we shall just leave you smoking dagga. You go killing people with pangas, it doesn't mean that you must just be left killing people with pangas. If you go on a mission to reduce our population through this divergence of natural phenomena, no, we say we will not agree. And majority rule.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Angula, has this topic ever come, even during your time within the structures of the ruling party, was this ever a discussion to say, colleagues, it looks like this is something that's brewing. Can we have a discussion on this? Has it ever been on the table of Swapo?
Never. Never in any formal discussion. But in informal discussion or in parliament, people voiced their opinion. I have not in parliament yet one saying that he is for that. Because it has never been really the subject priority of our people. Yeah. So it never appeared to be in that discussion. But of course, people express their opinion towards this phenomena being outrageous of what it is, as it affects different people, different communities. But this was on an individual basis, not as a central committee discussing homosexuality or political bureau Swapo or people at a rally. No, if people get annoyed, they say, no, there's too much this of now decaded character in our society, teachers teaching children, of course, not blessed by anybody, just through the mechanism of sexual education. We heard about those things, those have been, but they've not been a real concern as it stands today.
What is your advice to your party's leadership? What is the route that they should take now in the midst of all this?
Yes, my party, up to now, of course, there was no formal meeting that responded to this.
Do you think they should meet?
But they should not meet specifically for this question. They should meet.
Well, if it warrants a national referendum, is it not that important for them?
Yeah, of course. For that case, they have to meet. If referendum is asked, they will be obliged to anyway. Being the majority rules in parliament, they will be obliged to discuss it. There's no short way about it. But my take is that perhaps it's time now to go to member or to, when amending the constitution, to provide also a portion, maybe of parliament, to go for direct election. Because, yeah, people are being elected undercover now, being member of the party with so-called good standing. So, but there is no mechanism to shift your behavior, your moral behavior, whether you are corrupt or not. That's not the issue. That's why some of us were saying you have to pass the goal of being a leader. So you must be tested, not just come and join. And tomorrow we face you now, even a candidate for the president, maybe.
Yeah. So you want to come back with your Helmut Angula again that also brought problems?
No, it's the contrary. It's what it wanted to prevent. Yeah. Now some unguided missile there outside in the street. Now they are saying, no, you swap the majority of you. Of course, that is name calling, of course.
Yeah.
But how do you tell them? Because you don't know, is it true?
Yeah.
That our leaders are
are
the leading. If they are leading, how did you allow this thing to happen? How did we allow this thing to happen? Yeah. So there is no guidance. Who must become a leader? It's lacking.
Yeah. Next year is elections. How do you see this affecting your party's performance if not addressed in any manner? We would not know which would be the right manner because we don't know what's the actual position.
Yes. Well, depending upon the route they take, they will take the hammer. Because I tell you, traditionalists, they will not stand for such character. And religious people will not stand.
Yeah.
So either you come out too early, very early, to say what you are, or you will suffer the consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah. That includes my party. Yeah.
Do you think they should have come out already by now?
No, maybe not, because there is also that dichotomy, interference of the executive in the other state. So the executive cannot interfere so much in parliament. The parliament cannot interfere so much in the judiciary, and the executive cannot interfere so much in the judiciary. So I think it's reasonable that they watch the situation, but they know where the people stand.
Yeah.
So they better toe the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Angula, thank you very much for your time this evening.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure having you
Thank you.
in our studios. Thank you. Well, to our viewers, that's where we end tonight. Have a pleasant evening.